All right. It's that time once again for Catch Me If You Can. Got Indy Jones here. We're going to talk about this a little bit differently. If you decide to stick around, we're going to start with a cautionary tale about this workout. So, I'm going to start with this cautionary tale. Yours truly. Hopefully Indy does not make fun of me during it, but I would say it was rather embarrassing for myself because I got my worst distance ever on this. Here's what happened. I came out hot, came out fast. That's usually my strategy. It's what I like to do on these. Come out maybe the first 30 seconds, first minute strong, and then I could always back off. But I feel like if I have a head start, then if I need to back off at some point, everything is still good. And then if I get some energy back at the end or I see light at the end of the tunnel, I can pick it up at the end. Now, here's what happened. What I was supposed to hold for just maybe a minute and then back off of, I decided, okay, this feels good. I'll go for 2 minutes. And then 2 minutes turned to 3. And then 3 minutes turned into a brick wall. So, to anybody out there who likes to come out fast, or just you're holding a speed that's a little bit faster than what you're used to. That's why this workout sucks. Or this is why this workout is going to challenge you very hard. Because if you want to make it to the next one, so like let's say you could hold 6.7 all day long, no problem. But now I tell you have to go 7.1 to make it to a new personal best. Well, now you're pushing yourself outside your comfort zone. Now you're going for something that you're not used to holding, you're not training for, or you haven't worked at very much. And that's what's going to start blowing you up. When you start getting outside that threshold, start using energy that you're not used to using, your body isn't equipped for, it's going to start to tank at some point. So, how should we strategize this? You still have some options. Like what I would do, I would still stick to my strategy, but I'd actually stick to my strategy, listen to my own goddamn advice. Like I should not have held that speed for 3 minutes. That ended up taking me off a cliff. If I just held it for a minute, pulled back, I probably would have been able to last a little bit longer at my other speeds and be able to get further, get closer to my goal. So if you're one of those people, if you like to come out a little bit faster, again, probably no more than like a minute, even if it feels great. Pull back to something you know you can manage, and then you can always build back up along the way. If you like to do your tread blocks where you start off a little bit slower, and then you build up along the way, you stick to that. Start with your normal pace. Start with something like if you have a goal up here, like if you're trying to hold into that 17-minute range, or trying to hold at 7.5, 7.7, then maybe you start just a little bit slower than that. Every minute, every tenth of a mile, every 0.2, whatever your metric is, you add a little bit more until you're starting to get above that. Because, again, if you want to hit this and you're starting off slower, you got to make it up somewhere. So towards the end, maybe there's some adrenaline kicking. You know you're close to the end. You'll have a little bit of energy left. If you like to just keep it steady, then just pick whatever speed you're doing and you hold that. That's it. Deal with it. Deal with the pain that comes along with it. It comes in waves. Remember to breathe. Hard exhale out. Especially when you're starting to notice that heart rate get up. That'll help manage it. Breathe in consistently. And if the legs are starting to go, then change up your stride a little bit. You may not know how you're running, but change it up a little bit. Go either shorter, quicker steps, or like maybe you're already doing short, quick steps. Maybe make them a little bit longer, but starts to use your muscles a little bit differently. Might give you a little bit of a break, or something else to think about besides my heart rate's up and I have to go another X amount of minutes. Last thing for power walkers, you take that speed, cut it in half. That's what you need to hold. So if you want to make it all the way through this thing, 8.6 is a lie. It's 8.4. But if you were to hold this, you just take it down to 4.2, 4.3, and you'll make it all the way through the 20 minutes as a power walker. It's as simple as that. Any goal you have up there, cut that in half for power walkers. That's what you're trying to aim for. But anyways, have fun. Challenge yourself. It's supposed to suck when you get to your cap. You're probably going to be high orange, maybe red zone if you're actually going for it. When you get to that last window, when you get to that last bit for yourself, it might already feel like an all-out, but treat it like an all-out. It's okay if you need to walk for a couple minutes afterwards before you start the run row if you get caught. Hope that helps.